The speed limit in most of the area around here is only 20 miles per hour. So they can hang people up quickly like that. It's amazing. All I had to do is just sit in one area, and it took less than 5 minutes. Then the other area, it's 30. I barely seen any areas where it was actually 40 or 35 or something like that. It's amazing. I forgot my flashlight in case he tries to screw with me with one, but I do have it with me. Is that what he's trying to do? Or is that light for him to write with? I think he's trying to shine the flashlight maybe on the license plate of that car. Or that is a pitiful light. There's another cop. If I catch a bunch of these, I might not make them individual videos. I might just make a compilation of them. Sorry, I have to bend down for a second. I think that's the guy that I talked to earlier, isn't it? At the audit? Yeah. So he won't say anything. Well, maybe he will. I thought it was the same guy. Hey, how's it going?
Try it again. I spoke to you earlier.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know there's nothing wrong with what you're doing.
Right.
The only thing I want to do is just ask if you would just make sure you don't interfere with them.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
I know, and I'm not saying you have, but
definitely.
I know you talked to another officer, and he may mention that you got in the road. I don't remember.
No, I haven't. Oh, no. I was out on the public access, and I was nowhere near them, period.
And that's fine.
Yeah, I did nothing illegal. I'm very careful about what I'm doing.
Fine.
Okay.
And listen, you're within your legal right here.
Yeah.
I would ask if you want to step, because traffic stops in themselves are inherently dangerous. Because you don't know if they've got weapons.
Right.
Have no
then
problem with you recording.
That's my danger.
And that's fine. But just give you a heads up in case you do want to back up just a little bit. You don't have to. You're within your legal right.
Yeah. See, I'm way far away from the officer and his car,
you are.
And I'm watching. Yeah, I'm trying to do everything legally.
But they might not appreciate it. So.
Well, the officers are the people.
The people.
I don't show them.
Okay.
I didn't even show his car.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm very respectful about that.
Mainly for your safety.
Yeah.
I want to just remind you a few things. Make sure you're not interfering with them.
Sure.
What you're doing now, you're fine. It is. I congratulate you for knowing your rights.
Thank you.
It doesn't seem like you've done anything at this point.
Absolutely not. I know all the tiny little laws and observe every one of them.
Yes, ma'am.
And I will not interfere. And I've had one woman say, "Why were you videotaping a stop?" And I said, "I didn't show you at all." And she said, "Thank you so much for for filming this, because I don't trust these cops here at all." But it was in a different county, not y'all. Okay. So I've only had one person say anything, but I didn't film the car, period. Okay. I walked around it, but I'm not going to get anywhere near an officer. Okay. But anytime an officer says one word to me, then I say, "May I have your name and badge number?" But I don't even initiate a word.
That's okay.
Yeah. Thank you for being so nice.
Not a problem.
And I love that you know my rights.
That's fine. I do want to remind you of one thing, just only in case you're in a situation where you're not on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't get into the roadway. Again, I'm not saying you did earlier, but just in case, I just want to make sure you're aware.
I walked the correct way on the right side of the road, and I have 15 feet from the center line if there's no sidewalk.
Okay.
I mean, I've got it all down.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, exactly.
All right, well,
yeah.
Listen, if you have any issues out here with anything, please let me know. I'm the sergeant on duty.
You are wonderful. So that's who I would ask for if I get a problem with an officer.
Yes.
I would say, may I speak to your supervisor? What was your last name again?
Trout.
Trout.
Fish,
Wonderful. I'll remember that.
Like I said, totally fine with what you're doing. The only thing, like I said, the only thing I ask is make sure you don't interfere or anything like that.
I promise you I will not.
I just don't want them to have to worry about what you're doing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you don't have to do this.
Yeah.
But I like how you were kind of in front of him.
That's why I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to have to worry about what's behind him as well.
I don't want him to feel uncomfortable by me. He might not like being recorded, but that's part of his job.
He's being recorded, so.
Exactly. You're recording me.
Yes, ma'am.
But I posed no threat, and I literally walked around here and came in front, so I would be 25 feet from him, so I wouldn't make him uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, and I didn't film the other car. Yeah, you saw I stayed far away.
That's whenever he walked up the hill, like down, she's far enough away.
Yeah, I know all the little laws of where to stand, where I can't, and I'm not here to bother you. I'm just a journalist. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And cool. I'm missing something.
Yeah, some calls happening somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah. May I have your name and your badge number?
My name's Officer Roach.
Roach. Okay. Hey, do you have a card? Does the whole county, I mean, the whole city have cards?
I don't know if everybody's. I'm wearing my badge in front of me.
Oh, thank you. Because I will call your precinct tomorrow and compliment y'all for being so great.
Yeah, that's my card. My name's Officer Roach. Badge number 338.
Okay.
Any problems? I'm on our traffic team. It's the motorcycle stuff.
Awesome.
So any of your traffic problems, you're having a city speeder issues, or those kind of complaints, give me a call. We'll go there and take care of it.
Thank you. Since y'all know that I mean no harm, and I'm just being a journalist, and I'm being as respectful as possible.
I like the setup.
Huh?
I like the setup.
Thank you very much. I'm going to upgrade, but this is what I got going right now. But
You mind if I get off and talk to you?
sure, I'd love for you to. Have y'all heard of First Amendment auditors?
Actually, yes, I have.
I do that, and I do cop watching.
Okay.
And I actually came to Gallatin because per request, and I went in, and these two men approached me, and one guy was rude, wanting my ID. What are you doing filming in here? Said I couldn't walk out on the public parking lot. It was insane. And come to find out, he was y'all's IT guy. He even had no business screwing with me at all. I was bewildered. It happened months ago.
That's kind of strange.
It was odd. But what they did was they went and told the chief of police that I was there. So he came out, and I told him what happened, and he diffused the situation very well. So I didn't file a formal complaint, although I should have again, because that guy was such a jerk, you know.
I'm sorry, and let me just go ahead and apologize in the front of that. Did anybody from our department that was any type of not nice to you or being a jerk?
Thank
I
you.
apologize for them.
Thank you.
Because that's not who we are. That's not who we're trained to be. We're trained to talk to people like this.
Yeah.
Like to sit here and just.
It's
get out
awesome.
in the community and do good things. So if somebody was coarse or anything with you, I do apologize for that.
I appreciate it. It was y'all's IT guy. He's almost bald, and he was wearing not that kind of shirt, but it had them embroidered in it.
Yeah.
He's the IT guy. He was a jack. I mean,
Yeah, this man,
and then when
I'm a field training officer, and he taught me to be respectful to people.
Wonderful.
That's what I try to teach people that I do with.
I'm so proud I met y'all.
That's what we're out here to do. We're not here to cause headaches. We're out here because we're public servants.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. Is serve
Exactly.
the public, anything they need.
Yeah, and I appreciate it very much. And y'all are gonna make this easy because y'all's speed limits are so low. Is that most y'all's tickets? 20 miles per hour?
It's 20 through the square because of all the foot traffic and the
Yeah.
pedestrian yield areas.
Yeah.
After that, on Southwater, it goes to 30 because there is still heavy foot traffic and so many side streets, so many hills and things like that.
Right.
Yeah,
But I'll catch most of my action through here.
The square during the daytime is a good time with the square.
But now what?
Especially for us on the motorcycle.
Around now, though.
Right now, yeah, Southwater probably a good spot.
Southwater.
Where is Southwater?
This is Southwater.
So this is probably my best area to roam around.
This would be a good spot, and I should be on the square for the next little while trying to look for seatbelt violations.
Okay, cool.
Make sure everybody's buckled up. So
Always. Let me tell you, when I decided to begin doing this, if the speed limit's 40, I set cruise control at 38. So even if I go downhill, gravity won't make me go 41.
Smart choice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very careful because I do this. You know, I've never been arrested, and I've been doing this a year and a half, and that's hard to do.
It is. Well, I mean, you're very respectful. You're not.
Thank
you're
you.
Not confrontation.
No,
I've seen
a lot
some
of them
YouTube
are.
videos
A lot of
and
them
stuff.
are, man, and they get hemmed up, and I mean, that you can't act like that. Here, I'm sorry. You can't act like that in Tennessee, or you'll get disorderly conduct. You can't pull that crap like you can in California or Texas, you know, where they're more aggressive. You know, you can't do that here. You can't. But, you know, things like this right here build bridges between the community and the police. Since things are so tense the last few years because of social media, I use this. It's a platform for an officer that don't speak to, don't do anything. It's a platform to see how they behave toward me when I've done nothing wrong. So if they act terrible, it's all on them. I file a complaint.
I didn't want you to.
Okay, thank you for telling me.
Like, hit everything else you're across.
Okay, yeah, but it gives y'all an opportunity to look wonderful, you know. So you'll be on YouTube tonight or tomorrow. You're already on there. I already put your video on there.
did you?
Yeah. So if you want to look for it, it's Gallatin PD First Amendment Audit, and it was today's date, the 29th. So you're already on there, and you'll get compliments, and so you can read your comments.
I had to help them get across.
Okay. There's some trolls who will always say something
you're always
awful,
gonna have that.
but the people who really care about this movement will compliment exactly what y'all are doing right now.
Well, it takes us on both sides.
Exactly.
Just like you, to make sure that police officers stay in check.
Yeah.
And they're doing things right. It takes officers to have a mindset of community-oriented policing.
Yeah.
In order to change the views that are happening. And
Well,
that's very important.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. And one thing that was interesting when I was requested to come here, it was by someone. I'm gonna turn this off this time. Anyway, he asked me to come, and then I found out that this was voted by Reader's Digest as the nicest city in the country.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. How can it go that way? Then I go to the police department, and the IT guy jerks me around, and I'm like, something's not matching up.
I can kind of give you a little insight on that. So, not saying I condone his actions, but I think from my understanding, because I think you did a little bit earlier where you were recording the vehicles and the lot.
I didn't go back there then.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But,
didn't. I walked in the front door and looked in the lobby. I didn't even go around back.
I got you. But I mean, I can see where an officer or even an employee might get a little bit cautious if their tag is being put on the internet. Because there are a lot of people who do not like the police and do wish to do harm.
It's illegal, and it's public. And y'all do it to us all the time. You see what I mean?
I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it, but that's where the concern could come from is when, like my personal vehicle is parked over there, it gets posted on the internet. Some nut job who actually wants to do harm against police now has my home address, where my family lives and all that stuff.
Well, you know though you can find that record. You track it down and prosecute. And officers two Franklin officers got prosecuted for that. Got caught doing it for their own gain. But the day that I did that, I didn't go anywhere back there.
Okay.
I walked right in the front door, and wanting my ID, and I'm like, you've lost your mind.
But me and him are like we're taught to understand what to do, and that's our job.
Yeah.
IT guy's not a police officer, so he's just civilian.
He
so if he walked in and was like, whoa, who's this person? He doesn't know how to handle it.
No, let me tell you though, he had no right to be a jerk. Because he wasn't a police officer, he had no training to deal with the public and no right to ask me questions or be verbally, overly assertive to me, rude.
Yeah, I can see that.
So he had no right to do that. I mean, if it had been a police officer, at least they had some training and just weren't doing as good of a job as they should. But he was I couldn't believe, I didn't find out till after he was IT that guy, or I would have embarrassed the crap out of him right then and there and said, go work on your freaking computer and leave me alone. I would have been rude to him. But I've only had a couple instances. I've only had one big rude where I was awful. I mean awful. And that officer deserved it. If you want to look it up, it's recent, and it was Cookeville, Tennessee, and it's Cookeville, Tennessee PD Officer Brown, cop wants to be a star. He's had 130 views in 1 month.
Really?
Yeah, because he was that awful. Huh? It's Cookeville, Tennessee. Cop wants to be a star, and probably Officer Brown is in the title.
What's the name of your page again? What was it?
Oh, my page is 51-50, then a space, and then 5-0.
Okay.
So if you look at that, exactly. Yep.
I know you said you were called in. Do you mind if I ask where you originally from?
I reside in Davidson County, but I go all over the state. I go all over the state.
Where you requested?
That's exciting.
Yeah, oh it is, and people give me requests.
I was in Chattanooga 2 weeks ago, and it was awesome.
You what?
I was in Chattanooga 2 weeks ago, and it was awesome.
In what way?
I was down there for vacation.
Because it was cool. Chattanooga's beautiful.
I just like Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I like the mountains, I like the water,
it's
I like
beautiful.
the river. So.
Yeah, I like it too.
Awesome aquarium. I saw a shark, and I like sharks.
Oh, how cool! I've been to that aquarium, and it's awesome. They had the jellyfish exhibit where they were all. Yeah, it was incredible to watch.
All the light up jellyfish.
Yeah, I mean it was awesome. I really appreciate y'all talking. This is great PR. I'm telling you, my viewers will love it. The ones where officers are terrible are the ones that get hundreds of thousands of views. I have one that has 250,000 views from a year ago. So they're the most interesting. But since y'all are so wonderful, y'all will get much fewer views because it won't, because
it's not what the public wants.
It's not as entertaining. I mean, it's more entertaining to watch a conflict or officers acting poorly. It's entertaining, So anyway, I appreciate y'all talking to me, and I'm glad that you're part of training, and I'm glad you're the supervisor. So I know who to call if I run into a problem with an officer, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight if everybody's like y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to get out of here. We got a couple calls going, but it was nice talking to you.
Nice meeting you, too. I'll see y'all for a while. I'll be around for maybe, a little while. Okay.
Be safe out here, though.
All right. Thank you. Hey, if something happens and I call 911, I'll tell them that, to tell whoever that it's Reba. I go by Reba, so you'll know it's about me. Okay?
Sounds good.
If an officer complains, you can tell them what I'm doing,
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good night.